Hey everyone. Oh, so tired. So this week's theme is people we admire most, or the person we admire most. This one wasn't very hard to think of, this one was easy. And it's basically my nan and my godmother. I didn't actually get to meet my dad's mum because she died before I was born, but she was the person I was named after. She's called Kathleen. But I never really got to meet her. My grandma used to live with us before she died. She lived till she was 94. She cycled till she was 91. Absolutely ridiculous. She used to cycle around Edinburgh, and I don't even know how she did it. In the end, my mum had to get me on my birthday to pretend that I wanted a bike so that she'd give me her bike, because my mum didn't want her to cycle anymore, but she wouldn't listen to my mum. But yeah, so she was like really, really strong and cool in her old age, but in her young age she was the first cancer specialist, well, the first female cancer specialist in Britain, which is absolutely immense. She lived through both wars. I don't even know. It seems like she spent most of the Second World War in the operating theatre operating on wounded soldiers, and I don't even know how I could cope with that. Like, I think we have the easiest lives in probably the history of the world, it seems. So yeah, I've kind of just like admire anyone who lived through the war, especially because I'm doing like a war module at uni at the moment, and it's just so horrific, and so like, how do people find the strength to do that? And it makes me wonder, if there was a war now, would we be able to deal with it like that? Is that just like a human nature thing where they're like, deal with it? Or could we not? Because I don't even know. And then the other person that I admire is my godmother. She actually gave, this isn't a story for a whole nother day, but when she found out that me and Nathan had got engaged and we didn't have a ring, she kind of came out and gave us her engagement ring with her husband who died a few years ago, and that was just like, what? And we went around her house. On Friday, and she just has so many stories. She is French. She's 86 at the moment, and she just has all of her brain. She's so active, like, I don't even know, I want to be just like that when I'm that age. And she lived through so much. She was actually living in Paris when the Germans occupied France. She saw a lot of her friends kind of get taken by the Gestapo, and she worked for 30 years in Brazil doing street work and charity work, and she kind of lived through a lot of crap with her family, which I'm not going to go into right now, but she is, turns out, this to cut a long story short, she never really knew who her father was till about 3 years ago. Turns out her father was Roald Dahl's uncle, so it turns out she was first cousins with Roald Dahl, which, mind-blowing. But yeah, she's only just found out who her real family are, which is like, and she's dealing with that so well. Like, she's so old, but she's so, like, so old, sorry Elsa, but she's got to that stage in her life and she's still finding out stuff about herself, and that doesn't seem to freak her out too much, and she's just helped me in so many ways that I didn't even realise until now, and just really, really influenced my life. Just having those kind of like strong female like women around you is just like insane. I don't even know where I'm really going with this, but yeah, and you know, and then there's my mum. Although, you know, you never really realise the influence people have had until it's not too late, but sooner on, so I suppose I will appreciate her even more as the years go on. But at the moment I appreciate my mum quite a lot. She's pretty much, if you ever want to meet her, she's pretty much a Scottish Julie Andrews. She hardly ever gets angry. She does, and it's freaking scary when she does, but compared to everybody else's mums, I think she never gets angry, and she just floats around and is kind of just so nice to everybody. And we've always got these random people in our house. Like, I could be innocently, you know, come down and be eating my breakfast and come down and there's like Zimbabwe mama in my kitchen being like, Kathy, and holding my cheeks and stuff. Like, anyone could be around my house. Like, we had a Portuguese girl live with us for like 3 months because she didn't really have anywhere to live, and you know, there's always been like loads of different Chinese people and loads of different people that come in and out of my house and in and out of my life as I've grown up, and I think that's really helped me have a kind of bigger picture. And just that, yeah, like my nan, my mum and my godmother are just like 3 insane massive role models in my life, and I think I've only just realised that in the past like few months actually, like the kind of influence they've had and how much, like, I can be proud of the personality that I've got, but then at the same time I chose to, but I had a lot of resources around me to kind of inspire me to have the personality that I do and have the kind of drive that I do most of the time. Sometimes I don't. But yeah, that's my kind of, they're the people I admire. Yeah, that's like Amaya. Thank you. Yeah, I'm really interested to hear everybody else's because I'm kind of pre-recording this before I see anybody else's, but this is going to be a really interesting week. So this is something that I think tells a lot about people and it's just really interesting. So yeah, thanks a lot. I love you all.